morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast as Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of the day.
So call in at 888-565-1470 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning. Shake off your sleepies, buckle in, because it's showtime.
Welcome. Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast at Cafe, where the brew meets the crew and the crew meets the brew, and you laugh.
Our brew crew is all I can tell you. Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday. I'm hot today, baby.
Yeah, me too.
I'm ready to rock and roll. No, not that kind of. I got to tell you something. First of all, I want to say welcome to everybody who watches the show and enjoys a good laugh in the morning. If you're on your way to work and you are in your car going 127,000 miles an hour, it looks like everybody has decided to wake up at the same time. And what used to take 45 minutes to get someplace only takes 10 minutes now.
I got to tell you, though, it used to take me 5 minutes to get here during the past 3 months. It has now increased my time. People are back at work, and things are changing. I think more people are getting back out on the road, back to work. Summer is not summer anymore, except it's 110 degrees out.
It's scary. It's scary out there. I'm going to tell you something. It is so scary out there.
It is not. It's all about the love.
I got to tell you. Well, you know, the Brew Crew.
Like, yeah.
The Brew Crew, unlike our midday show, is all about speaking truths. And I got to tell you, I'm going to tell you something. I see more cases of virus in the last week. This weekend broke all the records. The numbers are so out of hand.
I think Orlando spiking like crazy. They opened those theme parks, and I got to tell you, I don't know what they were thinking about opening those theme parks, but Orlando is a freaking hot spot.
Well, San Francisco, they shut it down again for 3 weeks. It is the first city. New York City. You know, I love New York. Man, but we do some stupid things. Over the weekend, they had block parties. Did you see these? Thousands of people spilled out into the streets. No masks, no nothing.
Yeah.
No, forget about social distancing. I guess putting your arm around people is social distancing. We're back. We're better than ever. Unreal. In Texas, and I think it's Houston, the hospitals are to capacity again. The numbers are spiking. And our beloved president is going to go to Jacksonville arm in arm with 69,000.
And let me ask you a question. Why, pray tell, would our governor with these spikings in Florida agree to this?
Money. He asked him to do it.
I know, but why?
He wanted him to do it in Miami.
I don't understand. Again, I ask you, why? You know that letter that sits right there? I don't get it. What
Today's
kind
show
of money?
Brought to you by the letter Y.
Today's show sponsored by the letter Y. Why?
Why? Because of money.
But I don't understand.
You don't understand money?
I don't understand how you put money before people. I don't understand how you put money before lives. I don't understand how you put money before all of these things.
Because they did that already, and they shut down the country, and everybody was out of work, and unemployment went through the roof, and nobody's getting paid on unemployment, and computer systems don't work, so you can't get your unemployment check.
But there
and
is
the kids
no way
aren't
to
working,
bring,
and nobody's working, and you know why? That's the why.
But there's no way to bring people into a conference safely in any type of stadium, no matter what you do. There is no way. There's shared bathrooms. There's shared everything. People sneeze. People breathe. Again, I ask you, Jacksonville, Orlando.
San Francisco, Chicago.
Why?
Why what? Why did they open?
Yes, to that capacity. I don't say open. Why open the theme parks, but not the movie theaters? Explain that to me.
Movie theaters are opening too. They got bowling alleys, everything's open.
Explain how Disney World and Universal is open, but yet a movie theater is not.
I'm going to explain.
Because what? The rides are now clean?
No. I am going to explain something to you.
Lucy, yes.
Okay, because Slick came in here and he said, old school.
Yes, he did.
Okay. I saw something called Bird Lovers over the weekend, a movie on Netflix.
Yeah.
I have come to the conclusion that the younger set, millennials to 40, they actually rule the country now.
Yes.
Because when they get teed off, when they get upset, they're going to be heard the most. If they don't get heard, something's going to get burned. It could be a business, it could be a car, it could be anything. When they're upset, things are going to happen. Now, I'm going to give you a chance. Don't look at me like that yet. And I have learned, old school, like Mr. Slick said, in our society right now, is not paving the way anymore. There's a whole new rendition of what's going on right now.
There's a new sheriff in town, my
That's
friend.
right. So all of a sudden, the reasoning that you and I would have as to why what you open has gone out the window.
Well, let me ask our young schools. Why would we open
Young'uns.
youngins, but they're not.
youngins.
They're in their mid-20s. Why would they open theme parks, and why Republican or Democratic convention? This is not a partisan issue. Why would we open up to a convention any place in the United States? And how do you feel about it being in the state that you live in, Teddy?
I have no idea why they would open it. To tell you the truth, I have such issues with them opening up the theme parks. I understand that we need the tourism, that we need the money, but it's summer. We miss the good season. We miss the business season. And it's just asking for a bigger spike. Like our spike, people for some reason think that we're healing and that it's getting better, and it's going down, and it hasn't. Not a single week have we gone by that the cases have started to go down. They're going up.
They're going up.
So I have very strong political feelings of why we're opening that I won't bring up on the show.
Tell me, why do you think we're opening?
So you think it's political?
I think it's all political.
Okay.
I think that
That's
this
fair.
I'm going to try and take my
Poor
mask
thing,
off.
she's strangling herself between the mask and the headphones and the microphone.
I can-
if you had a camera on her.
I can agree with you, Teddy, because I think that Donald Trump is in trouble.
I think that it's not just him. His whole administration, they screwed up. And, you can't blame them. I know that nobody's handled this before. This isn't something that anyone knows how to handle because it hasn't happened in hundreds of years that's affected the U.S. like this. But they screwed up, and now they're trying to give some people what they want by opening up and pretending that everything's okay and hoping that herd immunity will take place. But that still doesn't count for the hundreds of thousands of lives that will be lost because of herd immunity. Because that's how it works. You have to kill off people, and that's terrible.
Well, in every war, there's a dead soldier. That's the cost of doing business. Slick, what do you think? Yeah, hold up the mic. Mr. Old School guy.
I'll have to piggyback on Teddy, saying that not bringing up the whole political view thing, but I feel like they just want to circulate money for the people that have been complaining about theme parks. But why would they even open theme parks? I thought before you guys even went on the topic, I thought theme parks were last on the list of being open.
Phase 3.
Yeah, I would think bars, beaches would have been open before a theme park, because theme parks bring in out of towners and a whole lot of other people that can infect us and infect the surrounding areas,
Right,
honestly.
and then getting back on an airplane, right? And nothing has changed. No one has learned from any of this behavior.
Oh, you want learned behavior? Is that what you're asking for? Are you serious?
I'm asking for some conscious thought in this, yes, and I'm not seeing any conscious thought in this.
Confucius say, if you
Don't-
go
Don't
to
do
bed
that one.
with an itchy butt,
Oh, goodness.
you're going to wake up with a stinky finger. There you have the only logic to the illogical. What are you looking at me? You've heard that before. Yes, you have. I used it before. Now, the funny thing about this whole craziness is that all of a sudden, the economy is back. Restaurants in phase 3 are going to go to 75% people. They even gave away 1,000 tickets to the vets yesterday at the Nashville Raceway. And they had 1,000 people spread out in this thing. Okay. I also saw youngins saying, if you don't want to get sick, don't come out to protest. All over the news. Okay? All right, so the bottom line here is, and me and Vinny had this conversation, is if you get sick and you're young, you're indestructible, you're going to survive, it's not going to be a problem. That you bring it to other people
There you go.
isn't their accountability. It's not their problem. If I have a cough, I get sick, in 2 weeks I'm better, it doesn't matter if I infected 50 people. I mean, this is the logic, right?
It's not, it just doesn't make any sense. Say good morning, Bev D'Amico says it's all about the Benjamins, keeping your immune system up, which we've talked about. Hello to Pamela Chanel, yes, the reinvented life. We are being interviewed today on her show at 2:30, by
I
the
heard,
way.
you know, I read
Did you
about
remember
that.
that?
No, I read about that. Apparently, I had like 15,000 things that I promised, and I don't remember any of it.
No more drinking for you on the set.
I was invited. Where's Valerie? I wanted to ask Valerie and Vinny. I was invited to go to the beach yesterday. Linda went with her daughter. I said, no, thank you very much. I'd rather stay home. Rather not. She said the beach didn't have a lot of people on it. I don't care if it has one person on it. But the sharks invaded the water. I got to tell you, Mother Nature's the best.
Real sharks?
Real sharks.
Oh, I wasn't sure
Sand
if you meant
sharks,
that or you meant
nurse
people
sharks.
coming in from the theme parks.
No,
Yes.
because there was a lot of seaweed and the sharks were all over the water, so they put the red flags out. Can't go on the beach. I guess, you know, Mother Nature has a better
Yeah,
idea
so what
of
did they
what's
do?
going
They all
on.
went to the bars.
And
Did they go eat?
and
Did they go to the bars?
No, they took a sandwich with them to the beach and
Good.
stayed for a few hours, got some rays, and they came home. If I want rays, I go to my backyard. I go to the pool and sit there until they turn into a raisin. I mean,
I don't understand. I'd like to always give people the benefit of the doubt and hope that people will choose to do the right thing. And I understand the economy, believe me, and it is a huge
It's all about the
rift
Benjamins.
between the haves and the have-nots, and it gets bigger and bigger. You don't even know. I'll tell you
well,
off
let
air
me-
what happened
well,
to
hold
me
on,
over the
hold on,
weekend.
hold
But
on. Let me ask you a question. I'm going to ask everybody this question. How much is your life worth in dollars? What are you worth?
You can't put a price on life.
Okay, so you're unlimited? $10 million? $100 million? How much would it cost?
I don't know. Would you trade me for $10 million? He's going to say yes.
Of course.
$1 million? 100,000? $10?
Not $10. I get a whole lot for more. Seriously, think about this. How much is your
How much
life
is my
worth?
life insurance to give you? What
No,
am I
how
worth?
much is your life worth? I think I'm worth $100 million.
Okay.
How much are you worth?
I think I'm only worth 250,000.
Okay, how much are you worth? A mil.
A
How
mil.
much are you worth?
Depends who you ask.
I'm asking you.
Well, if you ask her mother and her father.
No, I'm asking
she's
you. How much do
priceless.
you think you're worth?
I think I'm worth probably like $1.5 million.
Million and a
Especially
half.
black market, yeah.
Oh, you're black market. She gives you the
Well,
market
you go
area.
by the organs, it's like $1.5 million, $2 million.
I love her.
I don't know. But
She
to the
takes you
government,
down-
probably like $10.
And there she goes. She goes into the whole thing. I just asking for a number. That you can put a number on
I
your
cannot
life
put a
is the
number.
problem. She's right. That you put a number on your life is the issue.
You cannot put a number on life.
And there you have it. And therein lies the secret. Until we get to that state that we say you can't put a number on life, that's the problem.
But that goes back to compassion and love, and what her parents would think she's worth is not someone who's in another country who's never met this woman who understands the value of who she is. They can't value her like other people value. So you're
Yeah, but your parents, your love inner circle, his parents, his mom,
no.
they will do
no
anything.
value.
They will do anything they can to keep them safe.
Yep.
But that's like there's that old story of you're in a lifeboat and there's one extra person and you can either throw overboard 3 homeless people or one super rich guy who's like the weight of 3 people.
All 4 of them. I keep the life size to myself. What are you talking about?
But we're all socially conditioned to see
Being
different people
politically-
with different values.
Well, it's a politically correctness also in our society.
It's a whole interesting conversation. The fact that we're still having it and the fact that they're now reopening the world and travel. I got to say, the one thing I must commend is that events, conferences have not been reopened. That I have to commend people on doing, that has not been reopened yet.
Would you go to a restaurant?
I have not.
Would you guys go to a restaurant?
I did.
You went? Where'd you go?
I went to El Camino on Atlantic, and we were very safe. We were all wearing masks. We just took them off to eat. Everything had plexiglass. They had us watch them sanitize the table, so we knew that it was all sanitized. We had a thing of hand sanitizer on the table. Everyone's in masks and gloves. But yeah,
How distant were you with the other patrons?
it was the booths were every booth was taken, but there was like plexiglass between each of them, and the tables it was every other table.
I thought about going out on Saturday night, and then I thought, I'm becoming complacent, and yet I did not want to become complacent. So I put my pajamas on at 8 o'clock, and we ordered in.
Did you go out this weekend? Talk into your mic, Mr. Host.
You know, I had a relaxing weekend. You know, I didn't have any Scarlet this weekend, so it was very calm and relaxing.
And where's Valerie? Valerie, where are you?
Valerie?
I think she might be talking to Kenny Love.
No, that's Vinny. You got your mic on?
Yes, good.
What you do this weekend? Yeah.
I worked at my other job and I worked here.
Did you go out at all? You never go out though.
I don't go out. I mean, I went to the mall because I worked there.
Will you be comfortable going to a restaurant?
Last weekend I went to Olive Garden, but I did takeout, so I walked into the restaurant, but I don't know that I eat in a restaurant yet.
I have to say, I'm kind of shocked at who's taking what precautions, because I have not gone into, but I've walked past bars, like Tin Roof and everything, and I don't see, and I'm sure they are taking precautions, but I can't see them. People are outside with no masks, no gloves, all crowding together in lines.
Correct.
And then I went to a shooting range this weekend, an outdoor shooting range. And even if those outdoors in a park, you still had to wear a mask. You were still at least 6 feet from people.
And they wanted you to wear a mask.
Yeah, you were not allowed to. Someone would come around and yell at you. Like, I had to take mine off to take a drink of water, and I guess I had it off for a little too long. They came by and you need to put your mask back on. You had to be at least 6 feet away from someone if you weren't with them. We went golfing, and we had to drive in 2 separate golf carts. And, we were the only ones. No one else was with us. It was just me and my boyfriend. We couldn't even, and we're together all the time. We couldn't be in the same golf cart.
No,
I
you
saw
had
the
that two
Jersey
separate
Shore
ones,
opened
yeah.
up also this
Yep.
weekend.
No, everything's opening up. I heard somebody bragging about the bowling alleys are open. Like, you ever been to a bowling alley?
Yeah.
I used to work in a bowling alley 7 days a week. Not a very sanitary
Well,
environment.
I was wondering, the bowling balls, it goes through the machine and comes back up, and then you're touching it. There's no way to sanitize it every time the ball comes back through
They have
the
a
return.
kit. You put it in the hose and it sanitizes and it washes the
So
ball.
are people going to do that every single time they go to pick
The
up a ball?
employees have to do it.
But you can't possibly, between every frame, between every person that touches it, goes back through and comes back up.
And in baseball, you lick your fingers, right? So when you throw that ball and it's hit to a person, he grounds it and he throws it. Now his fingers are
Well,
touching your.
football too, right? Didn't Dan Marino always
You
used
lick
to?
your fingers to get so you can hold the ball better.
Didn't
I
Dan
never
Marino used
realized
to do
that.
that every time he threw the
Everybody
ball
does
also?
that. Everybody does.
Ugh, anyway.
Every football player.
Good
does.
morning, Lady Ann. Good morning, Barbara. Say hello to everyone who's watching. Happy Monday, everyone.
Now it's interesting. The lady Ann is in Tampa. Before
Yes,
we
she
get
is.
there, and she has a few restaurants, a few businesses, and everything else. And and we're gonna have them again on BYOB, which we're gonna be changing the name because they want to change it, but on Friday. And I'm really curious to find out what the psychological aspect of business owners is right now. And we're gonna get into it because Kenny Love is on set today, and he was doing something which is remarkable that we're gonna talk about, and he was asked to move over, not to do it in front of the store. So I want to see what the whole psychology and get your guys' input on this stuff.
Give us a call. Let us know what's going on, as they say on TV, in your neck of the woods. 888-994.
That's old school.
4995. It's because you and I is old, my friend.
He's not old.
Let's find out what's going on in your areas, how everyone's staying safe, how you're rejuvenating. Give us a call as we thank our sponsors. When we come back, we got Kenny Love from The Happy Printer joining us and the Florida Love Show. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back. If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
Pizza District is the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. They have amazing deals, great food, and an even better customer connection. Their owner, Nico, runs the friendliest and cleanest pizzeria for miles around. With their pizza made with whole wheat, gluten-free, cauliflower crust, and traditional New York style, you can't go wrong. Plus all the extras like salad and chicken wings. They are a family-run business with a great atmosphere. Call today to order your pizza and tell them the Brooklyn Cafe sent you at 561-961-4163. That's 561-961-4163 for Pizza District, the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. You know what? I think we need. That reminds me of living in New York.
Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe Show. We are just discussing the openings of what's going on. Give us a call. Let us know what's opening, what you feel is happening. 888-994-4995. And in our theater, we've got Kenny Love with us. Someone hashtagged him Dr. Love, so shall we go with that?
The problem with Dr. Love is there is a Dr. Love in Boca.
Let's bring Kenny in. How do you like that, Dr. Love? How you doing, Kenny?
You know, it's so funny. I just thought of the Kiss song, They Call Me Dr. Love, Calling Dr. Love. And if it's about love, you can call me anything as long as it's love.
It is all about the love. You had an amazing event on Friday. You want to share with everyone where you went, what you did?
Yeah, so we went to Bed Bath & Beyond, and we gave out over 300 roses to everyone. And it was amazing. The news came, CBS News 4, and I want to really acknowledge Lisa Petrillo for coming out and seeing the possibility of love and Roses for Change. And it's a movement that's growing, and we're going to have I call it a love march. We're going to have another love march, Roses for Change, at Bed Bath & Beyond on Friday at noon to 2, and we just give out roses to everybody. And what I really acknowledge also is Bed Bath & Beyond, because they didn't have to have us in front of their store, but Bed Bath & Beyond is love. And so we want to love them and have everybody come out to give out roses to everyone there. And people were just moved, I mean, really moved. They said, we all need this. So, you know, I'm really excited to spread the loves and let people know about this. And then we're going to have another love march in Wilton Manors at the Wilton Manors City Hall on Saturday the 28th at noon. And we're going to also, I've invited everybody from Black Lives Matter to the sheriff of Broward to everybody. I want to Pride Center. I want to have everybody there to just spread love and have a love march.
Tell me the response you got when you started giving out flowers, because at the end of it, everything was coming up roses, right? No pun intended, but yes. But when you got there at first, you didn't get the reaction I think that you first thought you were going to get. So let's talk about what it was when you went to your first location, what people said when you said, wait, here you go.
Yes, so we give out roses, and the first time I did it, I went to Whole Foods, and I gave out a rose to every African American there, and they were in tears. They gave me hugs. They said, I always give out a rose. I say I love you, and they say I love you back like 99% of the time. And they were, they were just so moved, and just seeing that, I said, wow, this can make such a huge difference, especially with what's going on. So then I gave it out in Publix, then I gave it out in Whole Foods again, then my friend Kelly joined me, and then last Friday, we had over 10 people there giving out roses. And the thing is, in front of Bed Bath & Beyond, some people were like, they thought we were selling something, like we were selling them roses. So we had to say that we're spreading free love by giving out the roses, because people don't expect things for free. And it was kind of like, what's the catch? Well, there is no catch. Love is love. So then people, when we said we're spreading free love, people started really loving the love.
And you were also spotlighted on CBS Channel 12.
Yeah, CBS 4 News came out, and they're either airing it tonight or tomorrow. And I'll put that on Facebook as soon as I know. And we're really excited to just spread love and give out roses everywhere and have everybody have a rose.
You know, it's funny because he was also interviewed on Fuego, the Latino community show that we do here. And Kenny speaks very little Spanish, but I guess whatever happened in that room, the ladies went down to where he was handing out roses and they did video. And they were talking about, in Spanish, they were talking to the Hispanic community, because what he says is so true. Here's a rose, right? And you're a stranger, and you're like, okay, what's the catch? Am I being, what is it, punked? Am I being, something going on here? Why am I getting this from that? What do you want? And everybody looks. I'm pretty sure, Kenya, you had certain people that didn't even take the rose. Is that correct?
Yeah, I had some people who didn't take the roses, and, they could have, who knows, with this whole, coronavirus going on, I don't know, maybe they thought it might spread something. I have no idea what was going on in their mind. But most people, once we said we were spreading free love, were more than happy to take the rose. Actually, I would go to people and I'd say, here's a rose. Who else in your family would you want to give a rose to? And one girl said, I want to give it to my grandmother. I want to give it to my sister. I want to give it to my boyfriend. So I'd give her 4 roses. That started to really, I was spreading it not just to people, but their families, their wives, their husbands, their boys. I mean, it just was spreading. It was like wildfire. And it was really exciting. I mean, everybody who went to the event wants to come again, and they're telling everybody. So now it's all over Facebook.
That's fantastic. And the flowers came from Patricia Dutch from Dutch Designs.
Yeah, Patricia was amazing. I mean, she was incredible. She came through. She individually wrapped over 300 roses in like 4 days and put a heart sticker on them. I mean, she's incredible. And, she said to me, they're running out of roses at the wholesaler.
And funny, Kenny, because everybody knows you. And one of the best things that we get to do as we open up slowly, because really the only people we have in here is our crew, and Ken, you come in as a host on your show, but you haven't brought any guests into the studio yet, because we are really trying to keep it at that 50% right now, is you got to meet Patricia here as she was leaving last Friday, and you were coming in. And it's all about the networking. And as Dutch Design always brings beautiful flowers to us, she said, can you do flowers for what you're doing? And that is how business is done. You talk about business and spreading love. You can open safely, right? We can do things cautiously and still spread love and goodness.
Yeah, and also money doesn't buy love. Love is love. And what I have found is, we call it love networking. I mean, I don't even like the word networking. I just call it, spreading love. So through spreading love, I met Patricia Deutsch, and then all of a sudden, she's giving me all these roses. So what I've noticed is everybody who comes on the Florida Love Show, their life is transformed with love, and they're noticing it. They're seeing like all this love surrounding them, because love goes outward. Love spreads. And the other thing you were talking about is like, why are we opening up? I mean, to me, I only have moments. Like, I believe I'm going to pass when I pass, and like I only have every moment. So this is a moment. So I'm always living in the moment because I could pass the next moment. And you ask me what my life is? My life is priceless. I mean, life is priceless. Love is priceless. You're all priceless. As human beings, we're all priceless. And it's just if we could live that way and see that. I mean, also, like people right now are passing because of what's going on. You know, again, with opening up, you know, people are saying all the reasons with opening up, but people are passing. And I think that's something that we're missing in the moment, that, you know, we have all these people who are passing. Priceless lives are passing.
It's true. And Dr. Dora Freddy, she says everyone has a different level of comfort in rejoining the path of life. It's true. Everyone's comfort level is different, and everyone's immune system's different. Everyone comes to this with different disease states that maybe that we all have before we go out. So some people, the young, the 20-year-olds, they may not be as compromised as some of us that are older or more old school, and even the next generation. So yes, everyone, and we should be respectful of that.
Well, you
That's
should.
the most important thing, that we should respect, as Kenny says, other people, and that lives are priceless.
And at the same time, some people do it with delivery. You get comedians who laugh about everything, not because they're making fun of anything, but that's the way they handle pressure. You got people who are 100% paranoid just when it was normal, and they're just going to get more paranoid now. And you put those two together, it's kind of a funny combination. But the bottom line here is that if it makes sense, then do more of that. If it doesn't make sense, if you're going to have a house party, there are 200 people in there, and one person gets sick, chances are everybody's going to get sick. So my son argued with me. He says, so there should be no more house parties. Well, maybe not right now. Maybe not right now. Unless you don't mind.
It's interesting because Father's Day is Sunday, of course, so
Is
we
it?
thought,
I
all right,
don't even
let's-
think about it.
so I thought, all right, let's do
think
Father's
about it.
Day at the house. It's just us, the kids, so I invited my parents. They're still on the fence as to whether they're coming or not because you and I go to work, Linda goes to work, Chuck goes to work. So my parents are like, I don't know, we'll let you know. So I invite my sister, and she says, no, because you're more exposed than I want to be.
Who said that?
My sister.
And that's the way she feels.
So,
That's okay.
Chuck asked his sister, and she says, no, because my kids are high school, graduating high school, and they're hanging out with their friends. So out of respect to everyone, we don't want to expose you, and we really don't want to be exposed. So everyone has their different level of comfort. So talk about a house party, Father's Day, I opened it up, I gave everyone the choice and the information, and yet they said, no, I don't think so.
It's funny because it's this Sunday.
It's Sunday, yeah.
I erased it. To me, it's not Father's Day, it's Sunday. That's all it is.
Okay.
Because the bottom line is, if my kids wanted to, like Sarah wanted to take us to dinner and all that, I said, I'm not ready. I says, I appreciate the thoughts, thank you very mucho. It's all right, it's just another day right now. It's just another Sunday.
Well, it's like it started with birthdays, Mother's Days, anniversaries, and we just keep going. But Kenny, Friday coming up on the Florida Love Show.
Yeah,
What are you going to be talking about?
The Florida Love Show this Friday is dedicated to Alzheimer's love, and the Alzheimer's Association is going to be on to cure Alzheimer's, and we're going to have, it's going to be an Alzheimer's love show, and we're going to have Rachel Barcelona as well singing a song to Alzheimer's love, and Sharon singing a love song. And the other thing I wanted to say was that my political party is love. You know, we talk about politics. I mean, I was registering for my to vote, and I was thinking, I wish they had a box called love, because I would definitely be in that party. And
You should write it in.
You could write in your own name, Ken.
oh,
Kenny, you
okay,
should write
great.
the love party in on your.
Yeah,
you
like
can
a
even do it
love
on a
party
mail-in
where,
ballot.
yeah, just like humanity, like human kindness.
Yes.
And the other thing I was thinking about when we were all home, and like we were just saying, I love you to each other from home, like what, you know, and then the virus was going down. It was like love was spreading and the virus was going down, and it could have gone down to zero if we just stayed home and spread love. And so sometimes I just think about that, like what would have been possible, like what would have been possible out of that. So sometimes that's something that comes up for me.
So many things, right? But then what comes into play? Business, money, got to feed our families, got to pay your rent, so things get opened up.
And you gotta feel for people who right now, they can't get unemployment because the system is down. And they can't
Hasn't
get
that
jobs.
gotten fixed yet?
No, it hasn't.
Really?
It has gotten better, but it hasn't gotten fixed. It's just too many. And then you have businesses that are no longer here,
I
who
know.
can't open up. And then you have businesses that can't afford to be open anymore. I told 4 businesses to get together, get one storefront, and do 4 different businesses, like when they have in the airports, you know?
I think
Dun, dun, dun.
Carmen Care is looking to sublease some space to do that.
It's a good idea for the time being, and it gets people going
Yeah.
in the right direction. And then you hear about wave 2. Well, how the hell do you have a wave 2 when you ain't even out of wave 1?
As Slick says, it's 1.5.
1.5. So the object of the end, what you want to try to do, like Ken says, is you want to be a little smarter about what's going on around you. Stay safe and protect you and those that you love as well. I still haven't seen Freddie's baby.
I know.
I can't get myself up to do it.
I know.
It would destroy me if something ever happened to that family.
I know.
You know, I couldn't live with it. So my son said, Dad, don't worry about it. You're always welcome. You know, this is your house. So, you know, with a little bit of patience, I'll see him before he graduates college, and we'll be good to go.
You'll see him. And you also have to get out of the newborn stage. You got to get out of those critical first 6 weeks, 8 weeks, I think. Let their immunity build up. Let Valerie do what she does as a mom. Keep his immune system up. And then newborns in general. Newborns in general.
I wanted to say, Andrea, good morning. I wanted to say promo stuff for you. Actually gave out some shirts. It was Donald Trump's birthday. They had over 2,000 vessels on the ocean, on the waterways. Did you see this?
Yeah, my sister lives in East Fort Lauderdale. Apparently there was a parade on the Intercoastal yesterday.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, she didn't include me on the text. So Kenny, my sister lives right on the Intercoastal in Fort Lauderdale off of Commercial, and I guess there was a boat parade. So she puts half my family on it, but she leaves me off. And she says last time, well, I don't know what political side you lean towards. I said, I lean towards the side of people and humanity and love. I don't think that's a political side. But it was funny that she would not include me, because why not? She didn't know what my response would be, so she sent it to everybody else,
yeah, but then she
not
knows
me.
she knows what side somebody in your house lies. That's why she didn't invite
Well,
you.
they all got on the text, and I didn't. The rest of half my house got it, half my house didn't, and there's only 4 of us.
Well,
So,
the only reason I even brought it up is that there was a lot of ships out there, a lot of boats out there. I think the number of people was over 60,000. And they were, you know, celebrating his birthday. Now they're talking about doing it every weekend. Can you imagine every weekend having that kind of cluster of boats? That's craziness.
well, if people, again, are socially distant and safe, but
On
what
a boat?
happens in the marinas when you got to pull the boats out?
On a boat, you're going to be socially distant? So let me see. All of us are on a boat. We're going to be 2 feet apart because a boat is only so big, right?
Well, what if it's the people that you live with?
Everybody on those boats with people, I would pay $1,000
I'm
if every boat had
trying to
a
be
family.
the positive
But
person
you're not.
in
You're
this
trying to be
studio.
logical in a very illogical situation. And listen. You see this letter? This show is brought to you by the letter Y.
The letter Y, I know. It's unbelievable.
And I tell you, if you buy Gubba rum, you guys want to go on a boat, go to Gilligan's Island for all I care. It's gone beyond.
We should really be having Mimosa Mondays, all I can tell you.
You know, you keep this up, you're going to have Mimosa Monday.
Yeah, but you know what happens when you
Trips
drink?
Tuesday.
You bring people in. We're putting in 5 days into 1 hour today.
I don't know what happened on Friday. Ken, did you see the show on Friday, Ken? I don't know what happened. Something
We had
in this.
women laying on the floor. We had jewelry.
There were people laying on the floor. I almost stepped on one.
We were selling paintings. I mean, artwork is being sold out of our theater now, which is incredible. So I don't even know if you knew that, but
Yeah, we sold paintings on Friday. And there all sorts of stuff blowing out of here. Yeah, books going to Seattle. We have all sorts of paintings being
Yep.
sold. I stepped on a few people. We got more Spanish shows on the horizon. We're going to be doing that whole deal.
and more kids shows are coming out too.
And more kids shows. It's a good thing we're on quarantine, damn it.
But you know what the beautiful thing is? We can do all this virtual. We can do so much virtually, which is what's so amazing.
That's the deal. Ken does his here, and then he does the guests virtually, which is kind of cool.
Yep.
And there's music and everything else on this thing. Also, I know that you requested that we have music between the sets, so you're going to see that on the midday show. I got a jacket
And
for
I
all
think
that.
Mama Ali is going to be on our midday show.
There's so many people coming to today's midday show. Steve-O from New York Sounds is going to be here. He's bringing somebody who they want to talk
So
about.
you and I might stay in here, and we put them out there, and we keep doing the social distancing.
Well, we're going to have them come. We're going to have some ladies come that want to do. Fuego's going to be on today. We have Small Talk with
Valerie.
Valerie. No wonder she's all spiffy.
Tell us the concept behind small talk.
For.
So the concept behind small talk kind of, I don't know. I incorporate myself in the word small because I've always been very small. And sometimes I don't, like, on a given subject, I could talk a little bit or I could talk a lot. So it just, I don't know, small talk just kind of came about me internally. And like today's show, I'm just kind of winging it, kind of not. I think we're mostly going to focus on, well, like I work in a mall, and I was very surprised at how many people wear a mask, how many people don't wear a mask at a mall. And our store opened up this past week, so I was just kind of dive into that. I'm actually trying to see if one of the store managers would come on and just give an in-depth definition of like how the store's changed, how the mall's changed, because a lot of stuff has changed. And like another manager mentioned to me, like the counter girls at like Macy's, they're not there anymore. And I actually didn't realize that. I hadn't walked through Macy's because sometimes.
What do you mean the counter girls?
So like, you know how you go through Macy's and there's makeup girls, there's perfume girls,
Oh,
and
yes.
they put makeup on, they test spray you with whatever Chanel or whatever's
I
out
smelled
there.
like 15 people when I was walking through.
Yep. So they're not there anymore, which I didn't realize that. So a lot of stuff's changed there.
Well, the whole industry has changed.
Yes.
The mall safety has changed. Not to mention that we still have a few problems with malls, as you know, in this country. So that hasn't gone away. But I wanted to ask, you know, in the, again, old school way, in the old days, small talk used to be called chit-chat,
Yeah.
right? That's what it used to be called. So now they call it small talk. It's like when people say, I haven't seen you in a while, right?
How do
Now
you say
they
that in Spanish?
what?
Chit chat.
Chit-chat. El chit-chat. I don't know.
No, they're hearing this.
I don't know.
Okay.
Vinny, you know how to say el chit-chat in Spanish? No. Thank you. There you go. No. How do you say chit-chat in Spanish?
I don't know.
No.
I'm having these things in my head. A symbol.
Anyway, I think that the interesting thing about small talk is that you're actually taking an old school concept. Yes, I did say old school. And you're bringing it back with a new flavor, which is a lot. Now, congratulations. Your show actually aired on the WNN radio on Monday
Friday
night.
Very cool.
Friday.
Friday night. What did I say, Monday? Friday
And
night?
Teddy as well. Teddy
And Teddy as
Unscripted.
well, yes. I saw that the radio station called me and says, interesting concept you got going there. So
Yep.
that was your debut, I believe. Teddy's been on the radio.
So that's coming up at 10:30 this morning. We've got Kids and Capes airing later tonight at 7:30, and a lot of stuff happen for the rest of the day. So let's go to commercial break. Ken, tell us more about your show before we head out. 3 o'clock on Friday.
Yeah, so 3 o'clock on Friday. I also want to wish everybody a happy Father's Day. And, you know, for me, every day is Father's Day. And every day is Valentine's Day. And like to love and appreciate everyone in our lives. So, you know, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And yeah, so it's Friday, 3 p.m. I look forward to having all of you, you know, come and watch, and I love you all. So thank you, Dawn and Freddie. I love you both very
We
much.
love you too, Ken. Maybe there's a way we can do a virtual rose and send that out everywhere.
Well, if you see a guy come up to you, hand you roses, and he has a bunch of them to hand out, don't run away. That's just Ken, Kenny Love. Learn the name, learn the face, take a rose home. You sort of make your day to change everything. Can you imagine somebody, well, not you, because you probably get a ton of roses a day, but somebody like
Well,
Slick.
Ken brings roses in every week, and Teddy, I think, has 3 dozen now at her house from the first time
You
you
know,
started bringing them
before
in.
we go to commercial real quick, Ken, if you saw a lady with her boyfriend or her husband, you would still give them the rose, correct?
Yeah, I give both of them. Yeah.
And you didn't get any, oh, you gave both of them?
Yeah.
Oh, really? You gave
Yeah,
both
love
of them?
everyone. Yeah.
After commercial, you and me are going to have a little chit-chat. But that's a great move, because I was thinking, right, so you're with your husband, and here comes this big guy, he gives a rose to the woman. He He's probably gonna get some looks, but he gave it to the guy too.
It's all about spreading love,
I'm
equal
telling you.
love.
That's right. That's all equal love, opportunity.
Tune in Friday, 3 o'clock to the Florida Love Show. More coming up. We're going to go to commercial break. Give us a call. Good morning, Marnie, to you as well. 888-994-4995.
Troy.
And Troy, good morning. And we'll be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
His abilities as a dry cleaner are so undeniable, Dry Clean Only tags have his phone number printed on the back. Stubborn stains sometimes call him late at night just to apologize. His pickup and delivery service is so fast, his vans have pit crews. He is the most interesting dry cleaner in the world.
You don't always dry clean, but when you do, use A&T Dry Cleaners. Stay dirty, my friends.
As the coronavirus pandemic continues to run its course, Paramount Property Maintenance is offering the community a helping hand. Introducing the COVID-19 Action Disinfecting Plan, a one-of-a-kind procedure that will effectively clean and disinfect your business or place of residence. Paramount Property Maintenance has years of experience in dealing with biological contaminants, and their methods are proven to be more reliable and more extensive than any janitorial or cleaning service in South Florida. The COVID-19 Action Procedure features the use of hospital-grade disinfectant recommended by the CDC, as well as a highly trained sanitation team that will make sure every surface in the room receives proper treatment. Contact Paramount Property Maintenance today at 305-761-8191 to make your home or workplace COVID-19 free.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And that voice you hear is Steve-O from New York Sound, who will be here at the midday if he wakes up. Because he don't always wake up.
We got a lot of things going on for you.
We have to ask him because he did the first wedding over the weekend.
I saw that he was, in Ocala?
I don't know. I don't know where he was. I didn't get to read it, but I saw that he
So he's going to be staying away from us, now that you mention that.
I didn't think he went to Ocala. You didn't. How come I don't get no information?
It was on social media, and yeah.
And you also said it that we're going to be interviewed on another show?
Yes, today at 2:30, yes,
Whose
the
show was that?
Reinvented Life show with Pamela Chanel David coming to us from California.
Did you know that?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, we talked about it.
We talked about it last week, as a matter
I
of
got
fact.
no memo
You
to
were
that.
on the conversation. Nice job, my friend. That was just a packet of trivia. So
What
yes,
else?
you can
What else
sue
are
me
we
for
doing
that
that
as
you
well.
haven't said anything about? Are we doing something else?
What else are we doing?
I don't know. With you, who knows? I know that you got a fan the size of a thimble. We're gonna put
Oh,
in here.
actually, Lewis just called. We got to call him back also because it's 110 degrees. So we got to check the air conditioning in the theater. He just called. I meant to do that during commercial break. Oops, Sorry, Lewis.
What do you need to call him for?
I don't know. He just called. He left a voice
He's
message. Should I
He's
give
probably
you the-
wondering if he has to wear a mask.
Should I give you his phone number?
No, we'll call him in
We're going
about
to give
5
him a call in a
minutes.
few minutes. But we got a lot going on, a lot of things. And now that you mentioned the whole wedding thing, I'm thinking Steve-O's going to be someplace not near us. Just kind of be extra cautious when people are out in public domains.
I also wanted to ask that flying now is permissible. And if somebody flies with masks, like kids all have masks in here, and they come in from New York or San Francisco or everything, Do you allow them in the studio, or do you wait the 2 weeks? And what's the deal with the 2
Well,
weeks?
who all of a sudden now is 2 weeks?
I don't
the
know.
thing?
I'm
Is
asking.
it not 2 weeks in one day? Is it not 1 week and 6 days? It's like 6 feet. Is it not 5 foot 11 inches? It's not 6 foot 1 inch. I mean, I will say it, but I'm just saying, who came up with these hypothetical numbers and ratios of things?
You did.
I did not. I did
did.
not. I mean, that's why I just don't understand all these things.
Well, what happens is the further you get away from the flame, the cooler it gets.
Of course.
So we have people who have taken trips, and they've asked if they can come into the studio, and I said, let me check with the powers that be, which would be you guys. Also, we take a vote, you know. We were asked to cover a remote on Friday, and we took a vote, and nobody was secure enough to do that just yet. Not that we don't want to, we have more than enough hands to do it.
I was concerned about them being that close to each other and wondering wires under the table and leaning over each other to re-put. Here, everything is set and everyone is far apart. There, when you're running wires and you're leaning over each other and you're trading headphones, and it makes me feel uncomfortable to put our crew in that situation.
Exactly. So, but we'll do it again. I mean, you know, it's not going to last forever. Maybe 6 months, 8 months from now, we'll get it done.
But it's different. When Slick and Teddy used to go out on the mini-minis, it was 2 of them. And I think that is something that we can maybe start doing versus an entire show, because they can go out with a small board, a mic, the things that they do. They know how to stay away. They know how one sets up the board, one sets up the guest or the location, and they can stay far enough away. So if they're comfortable with that, I think maybe that's a way that we can get back into the community.
Well, one of the problems...
Or Teddy and Val, something like
Yeah,
that.
but one of the problems that the host that was inviting us doesn't understand is that we get sent 2 kids out, and there's 25 people in there. So all of a sudden, I'm exposing them to 25 people.
I didn't
because
say to it, but say they wanted to go to Tracy's, and it's Tracy and Teddy and Slick, like when they went to Maria's to the blow dry
Yes,
bar.
but that way you can close the door.
That's all I'm thinking is situations like that, not to an open big venue.
But the situation that if you go into a grand
Forgot
opening...
that too on Friday.
I didn't. A grand opening that you have, a grand opening, you're not going to close the doors, right? For 2 hours, you're not going to do that. And
No.
it's a grand opening. You want people to come in. So that was the thing that I just looked at more than anything else. We go there. I mean, we work together. We sort of know each other's backgrounds, but people that we don't know that were showing up there, how do I? And I don't want to insult the people as well. So.
No, it's not an insult at all. It's just trying, as they say, everyone has their own level of comfort. And when you're running a business, different businesses, everyone here has their level of comfort. And then it's not when they're here, it's when they go home to expose other people. I know someone who tested positive and they were sick all last week, and they live with family members because they're out of school. And now everyone else has to get sick. And one of the bosses said, I don't want you back to work for at least 2 weeks. But if one person is sick and then it's 2 weeks and there's 7 people living in the house, right? This sounds like a math question, right? If the train left the station and it gets to point A, you're at 2 weeks and someone else gets it 5 days later, then they're at 2 weeks, but someone else may not get it for another 2 weeks, and you're at another 2 weeks. You are potentially at what, 7 people times 2 weeks, a minimum of 14 weeks?
Okay.
If everyone gets it 2 weeks later?
And you could walk into Publix and somebody sneezes on you or sneezes on something you pick up and you get sick. I mean, it can happen. You could walk across the street and get hit by a bus.
So
I mean,
So there are really no answers. All we can say is everyone do what feels right to you. Be cautious. Wash your hands. Be safe. Be cautious. Be respectful of other people, because you know what? This world is bigger than us individually. We are a collective society and a collective people, and we should really care more about others. As Kenny says, it's about love, compassion, hope, and just being cognizant of others.
that's right. And everybody should be treated equally. Voice your opinion, absolutely. If you want to march, march. Just remember that if you're not going to be separated from the guy next to you, at least wear a mask. Wear 2 masks. I don't care what you do. Just be a little bit aware of what's going on, because you too have to go home sometime, eventually.
It's the one time you can really double glove.
Eventually, don't listen to her. Eventually, you want to make sure you take care of not only you, but the loved ones that you have at home and their friends
Amen.
and families and everything else. And I sound like a broken record, but I'm hoping that somebody will listen. And look at San Francisco. They're going to shut them down for 3 more weeks now. They're going backwards there. And it's going to happen in Houston. There's 21 states, including Florida, is going in the wrong direction. And they don't want to shut down the economy. They can't afford to. You just can't afford to. So you're going to have body bags in place of...
Happy Monday to you, too. Have a great
Oh,
morning,
no, you know what? Let
everyone.
me take that back. You're not going to have body bags.
Thank you.
You're going to have sickness in place of sickness. How's that? Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
So
the bottom
let's just
line.
be a little smarter. Be kind to each other. Have a great morning. Tune in the next 30 minutes. We got Small Talk with Valerie. A lot of more shows coming up out of our AMP Media Network. So stay tuned. Have a great morning, everyone. Be safe. Be kind. Wash your hands.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save her. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound